So, sorry about the background noise, it's raining a bit. For the next step, you need a bucket. You want some cloudy ammonia, you can usually just get this at the supermarket. Some standard dishwashing liquid, a toothbrush, a nail brush, a scourer, and one of these rags. You don't need all of it, you'll get away with some of it. You don't technically need the ammonia. I find it stops mold regrowing, and it tends to be a bit of a degreaser, so it gets off a bit of extra crap. So you don't need much though, and it stinks. So that's enough. Like kind of a tablespoon amount is how much you need. And then with the detergent, feel free to just go completely nuts. Now my water's a bit brown because my tap water is just rusty at the warehouse. And chuck all of that in. And let's finish this off. Now this step's going to take you a lot longer if you haven't done the pressure washer step. So, all of this jazz. And I really just want to try and get some of this, the remainder of it off. Most of it's not going to come off, but I'll give it a bit of a go. And warm water obviously. So, and then I just basically set about scrubbing it off, and this rule here kind of applies to both. If you, once you get it a bit wet, so with the pressure washer stage, you want to kind of hit the whole unit with some water, just to get everything damp, because then that'll soften everything up at the start and it'll come off a bit easier. So I'm basically just going to keep going like that. And don't be afraid to use a lot of water. Now the brush you can use to get in there a bit, but you don't really want it for that. You want the brush for the seals. So, and you don't really need the nail brush either. The toothbrush is the most important one. It gets into all of the little nooks and crannies. The nail brush is kind of like just when you're in the middle, and like it's kind of too big for a toothbrush, and but I mean the toothbrush will do it just a bit slower. Now you also don't really want to, another way to do it, you get a cloth and put your finger and run it like that, but I've had it happen sometimes, especially on the fridge seal. You'll be doing that and there'll be a tiny little bit of glass in there, and it'll go straight under your fingernail, and it's really wildly unpleasant, very unhygienic. So the toothbrush basically, you can see how there's just crap in there. Just get it out with the toothbrush. So, and corners is where it really kind of tends to accumulate. So I'm just going to kind of keep going like that, get it as clean as I can. Another area for the toothbrush I should show you is here in those gaps, or the nail brush. And if you haven't pressure washed these joints, you get in there with your toothbrush. And again at the bottom. I also want to show you, I got a bit overzealous with the pressure washer, and I did exactly what I warned you not to do. I was too close. Where is it? Maybe it's on the bottom here. I've lost it. But I put a tiny little split into this seal. Oh, there it is. So it's a very little split. Just right there. There it is. So that's what you'll do with a pressure washer. That's really exactly what a pressure washer will do. I've only done a tiny bit. You can do a lot more damage than that, and really like take a big chunk out of the seal when you actually repair it. So anyway, I'll just go along, and then I'll use my toothbrush for little bits like that to get it out, and then we'll come back, I'll show you the fridge, and we'll proceed to the next step. Out the inside of the fridge, you just need to dry it all out with a microfiber rag. You can skip this step if you want to and just let it air dry, but I find this step, see how I've like left little bits of crap up there, microfiber rag grabs them out it only takes a couple of minutes, so it's just a rough dry as well. So, and I'm just going to continue like that throughout the whole fridge, and then we're going to clean the outside of the fridge. And I also want to say while we're here, and this goes for the outside of the fridge as well, just don't use this side of the sponge on the outside of the fridge like that, especially not on the doors. Really all this is for cleaning glass. It's going to scratch any of the plastics which you don't want, and it will definitely scratch the outside. You really only want to use the soft side, or one of these, or even a microfiber rag to clean the fridge, other than the glass. The other thing I wanted to say is, if you haven't done the pressure washing stage, and if you have, you're probably going to want to come at it with either your toothbrush or your nail brush in those kind of areas. Often you'll get mold in here and you want to get it out. Same for the back. On a lot of fridges these will unclip, not on this Westinghouse, but the front and back plastic will unclip. You can usually tell, like, this goes all the way around and is one piece. That's not going to unclip. Well, it will, but not easily, and not without being broken probably. So I'll be back in a minute once I've dried this out, and then I'll show you how to do the outside. The front and the sides and the outside is pretty straightforward. Start from the top and you work your way down. I'm not expecting any real substantial improvement here. You're going to use just a soft sponge. You don't use the bad side of the sponge, the scourer. You will scratch it, and you'll possibly even take paint off. Start at the top because the dirty water is going to come down. You can let it sit there for a while and it'll soak in and make your job easier. I like to give the back a quick wipe down as well. If you drop your cloth, you usually gets covered in crap, so back to the bucket. Give the back just a quick wipe down just to make it a bit nicer. Not really anything exciting or revolutionary going on here, so I'll come back. I'm gonna just keep going like this, and then I'm gonna take my microfiber cloth and dry it off, which again you can skip that step, but I find it's a helpful step just to get the extra crap that you've left on and missed. And it doesn't have to be a microfiber cloth, you can use a towel if you want to. I just find a towel a lot of the time will leave like little bits of fluff and kind of creates a whole new type of dirt in the fridge. So another thing, you really want to, like, if you pressure washed, you want to make sure you pressure wash in these kind of little nooks and crannies, but we've done it so it's all nice and clean. But if you haven't done it, you want to hit it with your toothbrush, and you probably really struggle to get the crap right out in the corners. And again, on these kind of joins, and toothbrush that sort of thing if it's looking dirty. And these lips, I pressure wash them. You want to be a bit careful with pressure wash. Sometimes as this, you can start taking paint. If you take a little bit of paint off, I'd just recommend you stop and come back with a scrubbing brush or something. And even a scrubbing brush might start to take the paint off in those kind of areas. It's just where they tend to peel. But I guess it's the price you pay for a clean fridge. So I'll stop now and we'll come back when I've got this all nice and dry.